Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Monza. It's the Temple of Speed. It's time for the Italian Grand Prix here in the T1 League for SLR. I'm your commentator, Owen Wyatt. Hello. It's been a while, hasn't it? But I'm back for, more funds in the commentary box. You've got to love a bit of Italy. I remember last season it went a bit crazy. Well, maybe try and keep it a little less on the mental side and go for more fun this time. But, yeah, currently watching Blunt on his qualifying lap. Field spread so far 1.8 seconds. 6/10 actually ever in the top 10 now. That's more impressive. Everyone should be doing their qualifying laps on the soft compound tyre, and they have done so far. And currently, look at this. Blunt's being held up by a Williams ahead. He mustn't realise that he's on a flyer here. I thought he's on a really slow flyer, but no, it's an out lap. Has Blunt been compromised there by Donny? I'm not even going to try and say that properly. Into the final corner. We'll find out. It was 2 tenths up before. That would put him up to about 5th place. But let's see where he goes now. To the line. Not going to be pulled, but not going to improve by enough to go up any positions. No way, Jose. Might have got a bit of a cheeky toe there, actually, on the way down towards turn 1. Let's see if he can make anything of this lap. He's currently 1.1 seconds off pole position at the moment. Dario is the driver holding that by 3/1000 of a second, then 300ths of a second to Speedster and Surfaces, respectively. The LR boy is absolutely on fire as usual. But Jose through the first sector, taking the tight line through Curva Grande. And he's on an out lap, isn't he? Well, he can't be on an out lap, actually. Do you know what? I don't think he is on an out lap. I know the game says he's on an out lap, but I'm pretty sure he's not. I'm going to take a risk and say he's not actually on an out lap. We're going to follow this. Oh, well, okay, let's watch someone else then. He didn't want to be in the spotlight, I guess. Donate might have a chance, though, with a tiny bit of toe, possibly, maybe 1/2 millisecond of toe there from Jose as he tries to keep his car under control. Not up by enough to improve, and, well, honestly, he don't need much to go for position here. He really rides the curve there for Scar. He's so easy to lose it through there. Maybe he took a bit too much. He was looking like he was about to have an accident the whole way through there, but, yeah, maybe it cost him a couple of mile-hour top-end speed at the end of it, but let's see what the time is going to be. Dario has just started his lap ahead, so we'll follow that, but first of all, Donev to the line. Goes P5, and here's Dario then. He is one of 3 drivers in that 118.8 bracket. In fact, well, 118 bracket straight up. Alfie, Jensen, McMahon in there in the chat, making sure we don't go cutting the chickens. Or the chickens. Yeah, I'm sure you all get the joke. Yeah, well, haven't seen too many people doing that. There have been a few, but yeah, hopefully not on the big laps. Speedster and Surface is still on night lap, so we should be able to get most of their laps in, hopefully, depending on where they are. And Dario is backed off. Dario's backed off, so let's watch Surface instead. Let's ride on board for a lap around the I'm not going to try and say his name, but Monza. What's it called? I'll get it in a minute. Anyway, through the first chicane goes Surface. He's going to want to stay right to the inside here of the Curva Grande. Not quite touching the curb, but just getting the right balance through there. He's got a very nice balance through there. He's got it pretty much nailed, and he's up by not quite enough to go P1. That's nice there through the second chicane. That's you could probably be a little bit more committed, but still, it's pretty impressive. Car can ride pretty well through here, but as long as there's no one in the way, he should be alright. But he's got distracted, he's locked up, he's gone a bit wide. That's really going to disturb his whole flow, and he is going to floor it on 0 ERS to try and get another lap in. So, what about Speedster? Says he's on a right lap, he's not. We'll follow it as Calkers goes fastest. We weren't even focusing on him, but he's gone up there. Dario has now started a second lap. He's up by a lot compared to, well, what the others around him were doing. We don't know what Calkers did exactly, but Speedster been in the gravel. I think he's been in the gravel a bit. He took as much toe as he possibly could there, though, off the back of the Red Bull. Let's see if it's going to help him out. We can't see if he's up or not. We'll just have to wait and see. Surface has pitted, so Surface cannot do another lap. He didn't make it to the line. So Speedster then, can he try and challenge the 2 Alfa Romeos at the top of the field, at Alfa Romeo's home race, at Toro Rosso's home race in fact? A lot of the Italian teams out there doing the business, but let's see if Speedster can put himself to the top of the timesheets. No. He can't. Didn't improve. Dario looks like he's dying as well. And he's going to derate as well. I don't think he's going to get pole. He just derated too much. If he didn't derate, he may have had a better chance. So, Calkers. Well, Calkers, I don't think he quite understands how he got there himself. We weren't really focusing on him, but Calkers is on pole position then for the Italian Grand Prix. No one can beat him. It's a 1 minute 18.664. A very handy lap indeed. And he's, yeah, well, I don't know what he's going to do. He's going to cross the line. That's what he's going to do. Very nice lap. Wish we saw it. But, yeah. Showing the guys are right on the limit in those 118s. Nice strategy. I would have thought it'd be soft to medium. But we'll wait and see. It could be soft to medium, or it could be soft to hard. It'll be soft to something. It'll be a one-stop. But, it's a very short race here. It's only like 27 laps. It's a really short one. I mean, this race will be done in about half an hour. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to have to get the tires very far. And look at that. Look at the gap. The field spread for the top 9, 0.6 of a second. In fact, Melix and Matt Noah, exact same time. That happens when you've got such a short shot like this. There was only a few people who had sort of laps outside the top 10 or outside the 1 second of everyone else. They were CIP, Jose, and Skin Up, so they'll be looking a bit of redemption in the race. Only 13 on the grid today. So we should see a bit of, yeah, bit of movement. Should be some good movement. I'm looking forward to seeing the movement. But, anyway. Nice and sunny. I didn't even think to consider if it would rain or not, but, yeah, it's not. It's not raining. Which is good. You know what's irritating though? I can't watch F1. I tell you what, right? Instead of watching Sky F1's F1 coverage, watch this instead. If anyone in here is willing to share a link, feel free, because I'm worrying that people are going to be watching Sky F1 more than they're going to be watching me. Quite why anyone would snub me, I don't know. But, listen, there's some real messed up people around, okay? Sorry, wait a minute. I'm advertising. I'm advertising. Let me advertise in peace. I don't think anyone ever actually cares about my advertisements, but you know what? You've got to try, right? You've got to try. I must irritate the internet so much with my annoyance. Right, let's have a look at tyres first of all. CIP's the only one who's going to be going on the medium, so he's going to try something that can he even say it's trying something a bit different? It's just air. Oh yes, frick! Helmet review time. Sorry, I forgot about that nearly. Dario's got a nice one. Suits the car very well, I must say. It's a very sexy looking helmet. That does sound wrong when I say it. I mean, that's the whole idea though. It's a whole joke segment, really. Speedster, like in the Toro Rosso colours. Surface, yeah, still a fan of that. Still a fan of that. Alfie has got the pumpkin, hasn't he? Yeah, it's got the. You got the pumpkin, Mr. McMahon. Scary McMahon, I can call you now. Scary penalty. Well, your penalties are quite scary. Don't Eve, he's got Senna, for God's sake. Try something a bit original, like Shumi. He's is that the German flag on there with its various colours? It's hard to get a good angle, but it looks alright. Milix has got a nice helmet. So has Matt Noah. I've always been a wee fan of his. Looks quite good. There's Blunt as well. He's got a very nice helmet design in a Ferrari. CIP, is that an orange helmet in a Haas? Make it more gold, I like it. No way, Jose, still don't like it. And Skin Up's got that bit of pink on there. Right, have I got time to do a quick Twitter promotional thing? I think I do. Come on, load! Load! Twitter's not loading! No! This is ruining everything! Come on! Jesus Christ. Done. Yes! Right, advertisement done. And we're ready for the start then of the Italian Grand Prix. One of the longest runs down to turn 1 you'll see all season. I think only Spain and Mexico are longer, if I can remember correctly. Maybe Bahrain, but we've got 5 lights on now. Ahead of the drivers. Who gets this one into turn 1? Alfa Romeo, front row Lockhite. Let's see how they go into turn 1. It's a great start from the front row. Looks like a pretty first off on surface. He could be in a lot of trouble towards turn 1. As I say, it's such a long run. He could be 6 for 7 by the time we get there. Looks like Space is having a look on the outside of Dario, looking to have no contact. I think everyone's getting through there rather unscathed at the moment. A few side by side, but looks like we're all clean. Can Spacer around the outside of the Curva Grande get himself up to P2 on lap 1? It would be a great starting point, but he can't quite get there at the moment. What about surface? How far has he fallen back? He's P6 at the moment, but he's got a Ferrari on the outside of Schumi, and that's a great move. He's going to have no way around the outside there, and he may even fall to 8th now as Blanc goes past. What about CIP? It's an awful start for surface in the Renault. I think there's an accident back there. I think Milix and Jose have had various incidents themselves. That was a lot crazier than I thought. Oh, it's still going. Skin Up has gone into the gravel trap. He's visited Science Land, I think. Has he got a puncture or something? Or has he just made a mistake? Or has there been contact or something? I guess we'll wait and find out later on. But it is Kalkers taking that pole position and leading it into turn 1. Not an easy thing to do around here, but he's managing to make it work at the moment. And CYP's made a good start on those mediums, trying to fend off Matt Noah round the final bend, the Parabolica. A corner, I must say, is very difficult to keep right, actually. Lots of people think it's quite difficult. I also agree, but luckily this game doesn't have a 40-foot trampoline to worry about. Now, is there any movement at the front? Because the slipstream here is just so powerful, it could lead to some overtaking here in the early stages. And I got Keaton in there saying that Calcris is one of his setups, so it's an easy dub. And well, at the moment, it looks like a pretty easy dub. And Skin Up hits. Looks like CIP's been overtaken by Matt Noah on the outside of the Curva Grande. Nicely done. I apologise if there's a bit of lag. I think it's CIP who's lagging. I can't tell. I don't think it's me though. I think the stream looks alright. Let me know if it isn't. Not that I can do anything about it, but it'd be good to know if it's my fault or his fault. Speed still looks most likely at the moment in this top sort of 5 to make an overtake. We'll wait and find out if he can make that overtake. But yeah, it remains to be seen what will happen here. DRS is really when we're going to see everything happen. So just keep patient and wait till then. I think the graphics are a bit stuck, so you're going to have to wait until the next lap for everything to fix itself. Looks like Schumi is on the back of Alfie a bit there. Maybe he has a bit of movement. Making it look a bit closer than it was, but I think that is German colours on the back of that Ferrari helmet. I mean, it could have done a bit of Italian, you know. I know you're all Schumacher and stuff, but it's Italy, man. You're a Ferrari. You're going to the Italian. In fact, both of them haven't done the Italian colours. I'm very disappointed in them. They're very nice helmet designs, but for God's sake, you could have tried. CYP on the outside. And not going to get that one done. And Kalkris has broken that DRS, so he's really just flying along right now. Keaton is sitting in the chat looking very pleased with himself. I'm sure he would have the Jeremy Clarkson smug face of smugness on right now. Because, yeah, he seems to be giving Kalkris a winning setup at the moment. Yeah. So Space is going to get, I think there's still only 2 doses. Oh, Schumi. Oh, it's an accident. That looked like CYP facing the wrong way, and it is. So I don't quite know what's happened there. Look like Schumi has lost some places, and then at the same time CYP has went and had a spin. I'm not too sure if it's related. By the way, Jose's still got front wing damage. He's still going round with it. But whatever's happened, Schumi has lost places, and CIP's gone for a wee pirouette. No DRS. Okay, so there is no DRS down here. I wasn't sure if there was DRS there, but it isn't. Not that it really matters. He's got 90% of his ERS still remaining. He's got plenty of firepower to use. And down the main straight he goes. No DRS for Dario. He's pretty vulnerable right now. And it should be a pretty easy move. Here we go. Speedster for P2 in the Toro Rosso. Down the inside he goes as CIP retires. It is P2 for Speedster. But like we saw in the real F1 last year, is the best example I can come up with, there's still a very good chance round here because Dario should have the better exit now. But it looks like he just hasn't got the power to close in. Speedster's just got so much more power to use as CIP has retired from the race. Don't know if it's an accident or not. I guess we're about to find out. Yellow flag's down here. I think I see some point off to the left. That might be where his car is. I don't think we can see it, but he is somewhere. Now, yellow flags in Sector 1 now, so maybe he's pitted in and then retired afterwards. I don't really know. But it looks like this is getting pretty heated now for P2 actually. Speedster isn't pulling away as much as I thought he might. Is he just saving that ERS in the middle sector to give him the speed that he's down the straights? It seems to be working. Donny isn't using his DRS, which doesn't help him, of course, but oh, Dario getting the penalties, so he's clearly feeling a bit of pressure. I'm feeling pretty stuck where he is at the moment. And yeah, you can see the ERS advantage. He's now saving his. And all this saving is just helping Calcus, who's actually using his ERS quite a bit to pull away. But it seems to be a strategy that's working out quite well for him. Now, I think Donny might have the best chance here. He's got the fantastic run out of the final corner. He's going to get a double dose of DRS, technically. Oh, wait, now he can't open his, can he? His isn't working, so is he going to find a way through, or... that's a worry. You'll better hope that gets fixed, or else he's in real trouble. I think Blunt has just got by McMahon, Mr. Alfie Jensen McMahon, with his Halloween helmet. You'll be horrified to see that one. You did this to yourself, Alfie. I'm gonna make the pun. It's not even a pun, it's just a bad joke. A bit like your career. I thought he was gonna go for an Alex Albon there for a second, but decided not to go for it. Speaking of which, does anyone else think that Alex Albon's got a really good chance at a podium today? I'm calling carnage in a real race, and I'm very much looking forward to it. It's got all the ingredients of utter madness and chaos and disaster. No, it looks like Dario has saved his ERS up by enough to, you know, put a challenge on. We'll see if he can make the challenge work, but it certainly seems a lot more likely he'll get by, and if Donny can't get his DRS working again, he's in a bit of trouble. He's got a bit wide there as well. Nearly had an accident. You could hear the revs spiking. I don't know if he accidentally hit the wrong gear or something, but anyway. Surface is making his way back up the field now. McMahon is just falling way down at the moment. He's got to find his pace again. I'm sure he allowed a couple of corner cuts before you get a penalty, so use them. Now, Dario on speedster towards turn 1. Donny was just falling off the back of his DRS. As you can see, he still can't use it. But down the inside goes Dario. We know he can be a bit dodgy with his moves sometimes, a bit of wheel binding indeed. And he loses the back end. It felt like there was contact, but I don't think there could have been. As Speedster gets by, again, Donny not going to have to worry about a lack of DRS here. It's mono on mono here. ERS on ERS as well, of course. But is there a way up the inside? Is he going to go for the Alexander Albon move? No. By the way, behind we've got a 4-way scrap starting to develop, with Surface trying to get his way back through the field. Like I say, he had a dreadful start from P4 on the grid, went down to P8 in the earlier stages, now up to P6, having just got by McMahon, but oh, that's wide from the Mercedes driver. Schumi hasn't got a way through, but he might well find a good chance to pass now. Are these soft tyres starting to go? Could it be a soft to hard race? We'll wait and find out, but here, into Ascari, this is not the most intelligent move, but he's made it work, and Alfie has slid around that corner. He's really struggling. Schumi got a penalty, by the way, as he went up the inside, trying to make sure he had as much space as possible. And now Alfie Jensen McMahon's got a good chance. But here we go again with these guys. Hopefully we stick with this camera angle. Thank you, Mr. Director, please. As we head on to the start-finish straight for lap 7. Dario, DRS activated, but not much ERS activated. In fact, he's put it down, so he's not going to go for anything there. But what about Surface? Trying to get his way back up the field, nothing in air, but here's McMahon on the inside of Schumi. He's going to go for the exit instead. I don't know if he's going to have the power. He didn't go on the ERS early enough, I don't think, but he may still swing around the outside. But then it's going to be about making the move into the second chicane, which is not that easy to do. As you see Surface ahead on the inside, making that move. And what about Alfie? Oh, just not quite able to get through. He needed a bit more push out of that first chicane, and he would have got there, but closer. We'll see if we can get by next lap. So pit stop phase, no one's got their pit lights on at the minute. That's another thing I miss about F1 2017 actually. They used to let you see when these guys were going to pit, or at least when their strategy was saying they were going to pit. It was a very incisive piece of information, but we don't have that anymore. We don't really have anything anymore. It's very sad actually. Just nothing happens. Nothing. I'm guessing the whole time. It's very frustrating. I just realised I'm using all my 4G to keep an eye on the stream. Oops. Sorry. Well, I don't know who I'm saying sorry to, but sorry. Come on, Dario. Have a bit of fun. Huh? Have a bit of fun. Just go for it, man. Sorry, I turned into a sheep there for a, for a second. Millix Jr. making his first pit stop. That car sounds a bit bad, doesn't it? That's a hard compound tyres, no front line change, so he is with me a bit here and wondering, do we actually see that? One-stop strategy? I'm sure someone will try the soft to medium one-stop, but it does seem soft to hard. It's more popular. We got yellow flags. Oh, that's for Doneve. He's spun round. He's now driving backwards down the track. He hasn't really got much of an option here, but oh, you gotta be careful you don't get disqualified. Look up for Jose. He's nowhere near. Okay, so he's got away, but I don't think he has actually hit anything. I think he just went for a 180 and recovered. So I don't really know what happened there. Maybe the tires are starting to go for all these guys. Blunt 5-second time penalty, or 3-second time penalty, sorry, for multiple warnings. These guys are really needing Calcars at a rapid rate of knots. I think Calcars' ERS is really low and his tyre wear could be a bit high as well. Has he pushed a little bit too hard in the early stages of this race? Because Speedster is right on him now. No DRS yet, but he'll surely have it by the end of this lap. Here comes Dario though. He's looking to spoil the party. He's got a full tank pretty much, more than anyone else in this top three. And he's going to look for it into turn one but not go for it. Here's McMahon finally getting that move back on Schumi. But can Schumi go back? I thought Alfie was moving a few times more than he probably should have on that straight, but he's kept the position. Surely the god, Space has got to be catching. This is a prime opportunity for an undercut as well. Now that he's actually in a position where he could try that. It is sandwiched between two Alfa Romeos. He doesn't have his teammate. He doesn't have any teammates actually to sort of help him along here. He's relying on his own wits and he's saving his ERS a bit more. Everyone's saving the ERS, but surely on the straights, Toro Rosso and the other Alfa Romeo are just gonna fly. Look at the gap closing, especially at the end of the lap. Keep an eye on that. I don't see Dario passing until the start-finish straight if we don't get pit stops. Donnie only played one for the mediums. Jose's went for the hards. He might get lapped soon if he's not careful, by the way. Just someone else to point out. But yeah, oh, it's a bit dodgy, isn't it, Calcars? Will he pit? He's the leader of the race. It would do him some good probably to pit first, but I wonder if he's trying to bait some others to not pit. He nearly got Speedster. In fact, it gave him a penalty, so the dummy worked there. Speedster had to make a very late decision to pit, and it gave him a penalty, so good driving there from Calcars to pretty much eliminate the threat. And he's going on the mediums. What does Speedster go on to? Also mediums, but he's being held up a bit. McMahon loses the position to Schumi. So, yeah, Speedster's not going to get by and then make 5 seconds. That's not easy around here. It really is not easy around here. I don't think he's got this one. I think he's in a bit of trouble now. Has Dario got any pace left? Surely he's got to be pushing that ERS way up, but he's not. He's, not. If I were him, I'd be flooring it, pretty much. He's got to start flooring it at some point. Surface gap to him. I wonder if that's closing or gaining or whatever. There's nothing really happening there. It looks like Alfie has got by Schumi again. Yes, I know I keep saying his name differently. Sorry, it's just a thing I do. Speaking of him, actually, has he got any penalties? Obviously, the whole point I made him was going to get a penalty, but look at that, he's only got 2 warnings. I'm so proud of you, McMahon. Oh my god, oh my god. The McMahon Award's going to someone else. Right, Dario pits, Surface pits, Blunt pits, McMahon pits, Schumi stays out. Schumi's gonna lead. Someone screenshot that, because that's like a dream for some people, I'm sure. Everyone being held up. I think we're all okay when it comes to being held up. Alfie could be doing it again. And it just ghosted instead of holding each other up. So these guys are all going on to the mediums. Speedster is ahead, Calcars is ahead of Dario, and Surface now back out where he started in an EP4. So it's time for him to start moving up the field a bit more quickly. He's got to get the pace up. Jose's got a penalty. So Calcars, has he actually got any penalties? Let's check these top 3. No warnings. Oh, Speedster got a the 5-second penalty, sorry, that's what that's for. And Dario's a 3-second, so Calkers, I mean, it's all looking pretty rosy for this guy at the minute. In Alfa Romeo's home race, they're looking to get the 1-2, and at the minute, I think it's going to happen because of the penalty. For Speedster being 2 seconds higher than the penalty for Dario. That'd be pretty extraordinary for them. We all like seeing the non-Italian teams doing well, or non-Ferrari Italian teams, you know what I mean, doing well here instead of the Scuderia. It makes for a good change, don't you think? And it looks like we're going to see an Alfa Romeo, well, masterclass. And do you know what? It'll still be the Italian teams all on the podium, because Speedster should still keep that podium, because service is a long way away. Oh my god, I've just seen that Arsenal are drawing now. Are you kidding? We're 2-0 up, for God's sake. Right then, so this is crunch time, because Surface isn't going to catch these guys, I don't think, unless they start fighting really heavily, which they could end up doing. Because they're... Oh, who's that? That's Jose, who's retired in the wall after spinning on the exit of the second lesbian. Sorry, you've got to say it. You've got to make a joke. Don't demonetize me, please. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Whoever it is who doesn't demonetize us for that. Not that we're being monetized in the first place, but you've got to get those references in there, you know what I mean? But yeah, Speedster and Dario will be very interested in getting past, just to build a gap, to get an extra position. Speedster in particular will be really needing to get by. Yellow's ahead. Who's that? Is that Jose's car? That should ghost. It has ghosted. And I don't think anyone's been distracted by it, but well, Calker's still not looking great on the ARS. This could really, really, really hamper him here. Look how close these guys are getting as they head into the final corner. The Parabolica, very low run out of here. No trampolines for them to fly over this time. And this is gonna be something else. On board with Dario. And just look what we're about to see. Calkers is being swallowed up. Speedster takes the lead of the race. Dario, does he risk it on his own teammate? Calkers, does he risk it on Speedster? No, he doesn't. So Speedster takes the net lead, I guess, on track. It's still going to be Calkers at the moment, but Speedster has to get that gap growing. I don't quite know how he's going to manage it, but he's got half a race to do it. So let's see what he can do. Calkers, if he's being smart, should know that actually he can afford to let both of these guys through, and well, as long as he stays within 5 seconds to Speedster and free of his own teammate, then he should be alright. But hopefully he's consulted Jeffrey about this, or is currently consulting Jeffrey about this, so he can find all this information out. Because look at Dario, he's got such a nice run. Calkers is using the ERS, like, but it's just just got so little. Dario's got such a big advantage right now. If these two alphas start fighting too hard, Speedster needs to somehow get out of DRS. And he might well do that with the ERS he's got, and the possibility of two Alfa Romeos going for it. Surface is starting to catch a bit, but it's still not quite there. But here comes Dario then. This is going to be a chance for P2. On the road anyway. He's got it net anyway, but he'll want it on the road. Does he fly at the inside of his teammate? No. Oh, he's got another penalty. Surface he's into this fight now then, Surface. Depending on what penalties he's got. He's got no warnings. So, could it be Calkers and Surface who end up 1-2 here? Somehow at the end of all this. We could see that. We'll just wait and see what Surface does. He's so far behind right now. Let him do his thing. We'll worry about it at the end. Speedster's nearly out of DRS, you know. If Calkers, as I say, is put under more pressure by his teammate, which he might well be, this could be exactly what Speedster's looking for. You can't go for that one, Dario. You've got to back off. He does, luckily. Calkers isn't succumbing to the pressure either. He knows what Dario's at, but he knows he's not going to take him out either, hopefully. But here he goes. Towards Parabolica. He's onto the grass. That might hold his run up a little bit, and he's going to think about DRS as well here, Dario. He's going to want the toe, but he's on the inside. This is not really going to be a very good run for him, I don't think, on this main straight. That could well save Calkers, but then again, look at the ERS is just so low. He's weaving. He's doing a Jack Aitken. on his way to just try and break that toe. But here comes Dario. There goes Calkers as well. This is going to be so late on the brakes. Calkers leaves the room. Dario tries to get by, but there's just nowhere to go. McMahon is being overtaken by Schumi into turn 1. But back up to these guys. Dario, he sees what his teammates at now. He's seen the defensive discipline. Is he going to attack a bit more aggressively now as well to counter that? Like I say, they're building to an accident. No offense, but we'll wait and see if it happens. I don't think it will though. I think they'll be all right. And they know what they're doing. I hope. DRS still for Calkos. He's still in that 1 second range. As I say, it's just so difficult to get out of that range. And well, Space has now used that ERS a bit more. Dario's got such a big advantage on that ERS. Oh, he's really going wide. He's really extending those track limits. He's really pushing to try and get past. I bet he wishes there's DRS down here. I'm surprised actually there isn't. You would have thought there would be by now down here, but there isn't. So here we go again down the main straight. Calkos is pulling away just that little bit from his teammate in Dario. And there's no move happening here. Because Calkos is... Oh, but look at the ERS. It's just gone. If Dario was using his, he would have had a chance. And Space is going to be low as well. This is all falling into Dario's hands now. But then again, he's got to worry about the penalties. Millix in the wall at the final corner at the Parabolica as McMahon and Schumi go for it again. And Schumi is ahead of the Mercedes. Look at this. Dario's right on his teammate again. There's a bit of lag as well, which is nearly catapulting him into the back of his teammate. He's getting a very good view of his own gearbox. But here we go. DRS again. High ERS usage compared to overtake. Quite high. He can manage that, Calkos. I don't know, but he's going to be under so much pressure now. If Dario's listened to the stream, for God's sake, know that he's got nothing to use. He's now got a penalty. He's feeling that pressure. Look how slow he is. Dario for the inside line. I'd be going on the outside line, but he's going to go inside. Can he cut back across before the corner? Yes, he does. And he'll still get the DRS of Species, so there should still be enough shot and speed to get him away from his teammate now. But Calkos gets a penalty and now loses the position, so he might be feeling a bit of pressure now as well. Still, he's well, actually, do you know what? If he gets stuck behind his teammate for long enough, Species can still be with a chance here. But currently, penalties at the moment: 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 3 seconds, 0. That's what we're at right now. We've got 11 laps to try and figure this all out. Good luck. Good luck. That's all I've got to say. Good luck. I don't know how this is going to end. I would try and predict it, but I can't. Sorry to be that guy, but I actually really... I don't know. I just don't know. I really don't know. Because now Dario's in the back of Space again. If he can find a way through and Calkos gets another penalty, then he's in course for a win, you know? But it still could be a Renault. It could still be a Renault that comes and steals the show. These guys aren't fighting too aggressive yet, and Dario's now up to 9 seconds. That could be his podium and everything going now with Surface. I don't think Surface has a penalty yet. So advantage back to Calkos. Blunt with a penalty. I was saying that Calkos is falling back. He can't fall back too far. He only has 2 seconds over speed sis, and he's only got 1 more second of that to play with. And, well, Dario could help him here though. He should get by Space. This is for the lead of the race. He's got plenty of ERS to go. And you know what? Space is like, yeah, sure, you have that line. You do whatever. I'm just going to come straight back at you. He breaks very late here, doesn't he? But can he find a way through? Bit of contact. Dario's got that move done rather well. And now Calkos, has he saved enough to have a go on Speedster? Will it be Alfa Romeo 1-2 once again in this race? Round the Curva Grande. Calkos is going to have to put a real dive bomb on. That was nearly a big accident. That was inches away from huge contact. Luckily they all avoided it, but look how badly they've all taken that chicane. They're all just pushing the limits now. And this is starting to get pretty intense. Oh, who comes out on top? Who comes out on top? Look at the run that Dario got there. Has Speedster got working DRS? I don't think he does. McMahon's now got another penalty. has Speedster got working DRS? Because he sort of needs it. It's quite important. As Milik sets the fastest lap of the race, he might well keep that fastest lap point as well, because I don't see anyone pitting right now. The gaps are too close. Oh, this top three is all starting to spread out a bit. So that's what Matt's nowhere. Let's see what Matt Noah's up to. Can he find a way past? There's a lot of weaving going on here. Another Jack Aitken style tactic. Is this DRS working? Oh, it's not working. Speedster's DRS doesn't work. Ah, Donny's had an accident. I cut off them two, but I wonder if they've collided or if Donny's just lost it. Yeah, he's lost it in the background there on the Ascari exit. Down to 10. Boy, a safety car would be nice right about now, but I don't think we're going to get one. So, So Surface hasn't got a penalty yet, has he? He's got one warning. Calkers, is he close to a second penalty? No. So, hear me out here. Surface can catch another 2.3 seconds and get within 3 of Calkers. He's got one extra lap on the tyres, or he's got one more. He's got one lap younger tyres than Surface. That could just help. That could just do it. That could do it. Surface is currently 2 seconds away from the net win, I think. He's already nearly got second in the bag. Only needs a couple more hundredths of a second to get it. But here comes Speedster. This is on the outside. He wanted it. Stario was wise to it. Calkers just sits back. Speedster, he's gonna probably have to go off raw slipstream alone here. And ERS, I don't think he's got any DRS to use. It doesn't work. And we've got another Jack Aitken here. Look at the weaving. Speedster can't get this one up the inside. We're going to cut, I think, to the leader times, because right now we're just waiting to see if Service is about to take a net P2, because I think he is at the moment. Because Dyer's got 9 seconds. These are little pictures. Speedster's got 5 and Calkers has got 3. And that could be another corner cut for Calkers. That could just be one more step closer to a second penalty. But luckily, he didn't get a warning for that. But look how much he just fell off. He's just fallen right off. We'll go back to intervals. Intervals are easier. Because Surface is just 1.2 seconds off the win. So I said he could be a factor. He really is now becoming a factor. Extraordinary. He's there nearly. He's just over half a second away, and that's off. That is off. So Calkers, is that lag or what? I hope this isn't me. I really hope this isn't me that's having this, but oh, I don't know. He had an alien indicator on before, but then again, so does everyone else. What is going on? I hope this isn't my internet connection, although it does look like Surface is closing still. 4.4. He needs to get another 1.4 seconds cut off that, and he'll be in the net lead, I think. Still got 11 of us here, by the way. Cheers for tuning in. If you're still sticking around, feel free to say hello in the chat, because I like people. Very happy to have a bit of a chit chat. Let me know who you think's going to win this one. It's a bit of a confusing one right now. Let me remind you the penalties. It's 9 seconds, 5 seconds, 3 seconds, nil. Ooh, speaking of nils, I wonder... That's a very bad reference. I want to check the football second. Sorry. Oh, for... Liverpool are bloody winning. Do you know how much I hate to see that? You hate to see that. Ah, Speedster's got working DRS again. Okay, ignore the football. Speedster has got a working DRS, people. He's back in this. Well, he's not really, but yeah, well, you never know. You never know. There's still 6 laps to go at the end of this one, so really anything can happen still, but it feels like it could be either Calkers or Surface who takes this one, which is kind of extraordinary considering Surface had such a terrible start. What Surface is looking for is these two to have another wee fight, and we're gonna get it. Look at this, the DRS showing its power, even without using too much ERS. Speedster's right there, but for some reason he doesn't want to go for it. You really like to spoil the show, don't you, you pleb? And he's headed back as well. He was that close, he's just driven into him. We didn't decide to go for the move. This isn't the Speedster I'm used to seeing, for God's sake. Right. Surface's pace has just fallen off a tad. It's probably because these guys aren't fighting that hard. But if they start fighting again, oh, that was late on the brakes from Speedster. Who probably heard my commentary and thought, okay, fine, I'll go for a move then, see how you like that. But don't be doing that. Because it's putting him way off the pace. He's saving that ARS up again now, so he should be alright. Because Dario now is the one who's a bit under pressure with it. Well, hold on a minute, what are you doing? You can't be chatting to me, McMahon. You gotta be racing, you gotta focus on your driving, because here comes Calkers! That's into Ascari, that's not a very safe move. Could this be the signing move here? Because that must have cost him loads of time to Surface. Who's now closing bit, he's closing right in! He's closing right in there. Speed is not gonna like that one bit. Surely he's gonna want to fight back with this. But now Surface finds himself just 6/10 away. Well, it's gone up a bit now to 8/10, but he's still not that far away. Has Calkers just said screw it? Has he just said, you know what, I'm going for this? Because he's probably seen the gap and thought, okay, enough's enough, I'm going for this. Says it isn't very alert to, he's not alert. I'm gonna go for this, and boy did he. I'm sure Speed will probably have a few complaints about that one, but you know what? You snooze, you lose, as they say, and well, it looks like Space is the one who's going to lose out on a podium at the minute. Well, actually, saying that, well, he actually won't. But, yeah. Still, it's all about Surface, really, because Surface will get him now, right? He'll get him. It's 4 seconds to Calkers. Calkers, is he anywhere close to a penalty? Because that, you know, he's had a lot of wide moments recently. And somehow no warnings from him, so it seems to be quite lenient right here. Probably explains the lack of penalties, or at least lack compared to what I was expecting. I was expecting, you know, a lot of people are getting 4 penalties plus, and we only got like 1, if even. I think we had 1 with 3 penalties. That's our race leader of Dario at the minute, but yeah, right. So Speedster is saving that ARS up again. The top 2 have not got much. Surface hasn't got much either. But Space is now the one who's got a bit of an advantage. He's just got to keep in that DRS and just try and reel the Alfa Romeo back in. If I were him, I'd be kind of fuming that I let Calkers go there when he had such a good chance of passing. You know, he had such a good chance of passing for the lead, but he didn't go for it. And then he was caught napping. He was caught napping. It looks like it's getting pretty dull, by the way, as well. The sun has just disappeared. Don't know where it's went. Could we be in for a sprinkling of rain at the end of this one, possibly? We'll wait and find out. It could be. It could be rain, actually. Let's wait and find out. I haven't heard anything from anyone about rain, but, yeah. Look at this now. Space has got this ERS choose, but if we get a sprinkling of rain at the end here, then that could really spice this up. It looks like it is going to rain, possibly. It seems to be getting quite dull, right? The sun was out a couple of laps ago. I was going to mention it, but then it all kicked off. And Surface is still getting closer. Could we see something similar to what we saw in France when the rain came down last 3 laps and switched it all off a bit? Speedster's got to go for this. He might not realise it, but this is surely going to give Surface a little bit more breathing room here. Because look, Calkers is completely out of ERS. He's got none left. Why is he let that happen? Because now Surface has got 20% more. That could be just about enough to help him out here. Oh, he's so much quicker than Space over here as well, and he can't do it. Surface is about to take the lead in this race. Because Calkers is just stuck and low on ERS. Surely Surface knows the situation, right? I hope to God he's in this zone now. He's in the zone. I hope he knows the situation. I hope he realises that he's in the lead somehow. Let me just remind you of the penalties, right? Dario has got 9 seconds. 9 seconds. That puts him out of contention. 5 seconds for Speedster and 3 seconds for Calkers. And I believe Surface has got nothing. And that, I think, puts Surface right in this. If he can just stay within the 3 seconds, he must know. He must know. Ah, so frustrating. It's frustrating me watching that. He's not... And now he's got less ERS. Suddenly it swings back the other direction. 2 laps to go, and this is going to be decided by the guys in 3rd and 4th. Quite extraordinary, that, isn't it? But Surface hasn't got any DRS to use. That might just help out Calcus here. He may not be able to go for the move, but he's going to gain that 10 for 2. Oh, he's in the back! He ghosted through, but that is so lucky. Is that more like a game, I wonder, causing that? I don't really know, but, oh. Surface is back in that zone. He's back in the zone, but he's not back out of it. Oh, he's just switching back and forth. It's back and forth, this. It's impossible to predict what's going to happen right now, because Calcus is lagging like mad. Hard to sort of tell what he's up to, honestly. So I think as it stands, it's going to be Calcus... It's going to be Surface winning from Calcus and Space and Dario, I think. So pretty much no one is going to keep their original position right now, as Alfie is as fast as that now. Because Surface is going to go from 4th to 1st, Calcus is going to go from 3rd to 2nd, and Space is going to go from 2nd to 3rd, and then Dario 1st to 4th. But this is 1 lap to go. This is one incredibly tense lap we're about to get. Calcus is so low on the ERS now. Surface has got the advantage. He can push down this back straight. But Calcus still has the DRS. Is he going to go for this? What does he do? What does he do? Because he might have been doing the maths as well as me. He might know that Surface is his main rival. He's going to have no speed. But he's going to have just about enough. Final lap, and we're watching the timings. We're not watching the drivers, really. We're watching the timing screen to see who wins this one. Surface has got to push. He's got to push, and he is pushing. They're both pushing. How has Calcus still got any straight line speed with the amount of energy he's got? Yellow flags. I don't know who that's for. It's for Matt Noah. Matt Noah's come to an end somewhere around here. There he is on the last corner. Alfie well avoided. And Surface, look at the gap. Look at the gap, man. He's got the gap. But Calcus has the DRS. Still. That's just about keeping him in this right now. But he's now got a 1/4 of a second on his side, has Surface. And this is going to come right down to penalties. Matt Noah says goodbye. He doesn't want to see this dramatic climax. Because look at it, the gap's going back up. The gap is going back up. Look at the slipstream. The slipstream is doing this for Calcus right now. Dario is about to come on the final corner. We're not going to watch him cross the line because we're too busy watching him. Oh, I think Calcus might have this. Oh, he's had a slide. He's had a little slide, but look at the slipstream. I think Calcus might get it. What about Surface? What does he do? Oh, he misses out by 2/10. Calcus had a mega final sector to win the Italian Grand Prix, and he had to work for it. Incredible. Incredible. So Calcus wins it. From Surface, Speedster, and Dario. Well then. What a race. What a race. McMahon, I think, is going to get the fastest lap award, which will give him an extra point. Blunt 5th, Shumi 6th, and then it'll be Alfie 7th with the extra point as well. Millic's 8th, and Skinner will be your last finisher 9th. But, well, Alfa Romeo's home race, the man who crosses the line third is the one who takes the win, and he had to stay in that DRS zone of space. That's what got him the win today. If he wasn't in there, then Surface was closing him right down. I need a break. Luckily, I get about 50 minutes before the real F1 gets itself started up. Cannot wait! Who's going to win the real F1, I wonder? I'm saying it's going to be Max Verstappen, but it could be Alexander Albon, you just never know. Chelmon could be absolutely mental, so you just don't know. I think it'll be a Red Bull. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, maybe I'm being a bit optimistic, I don't know. But Skin Up finishes P9 in the end. Wow. Well, I mean, I say this is the most incredible podium of the season. Have you heard the plans that they've got for Mexico? They're going to put the winning car on the podium with the drivers. So, yeah. Well, this has a bit of a spectacle. I honestly would say that Mexico's not got the best podium, but still, it's one of the best, and it's one enjoyed by a home car in Alfa Romeo, followed by a Renault, and another home car of Toro Rosso. What a race. Brilliant. Brilliant. What a race, man. What a race. Let's just confirm the order and the fastest lap. So Calcas wins it from pole. Not really as simple as that, I must say. My God, Matt Noah. From surface space to Dario Blanchimi, Alfie, who gets fastest lap. Milix, Skinner, and Matt Noah, your first retirement from Donny, Jose, and CMP. But Matt Noah comfortably sweeps the McMahon Award with 8 penalties. Incredible scenes. Incredible scenes. I know I'm still calling it a McMahon Award, but really, he's done a good job to stop getting the penalties, young Irishman. But, well, that's where we're going to end it off. Be sure to tune in to the Mexican Grand Prix, of course, later on. 50 minutes until the formation lap gets underway. I, for one, can't wait. It could be chaos. I can't wait. So, yeah. Hope you enjoy all that. I assume that means that A1 might not be happening. I'm not too sure, but guess we'll find out. Alfie McMahon thinks that Vettel's going to win it. I think that's a good chance. I think it'll be a Red Bull or a Ferrari. I don't think Mercedes have much of a chance, but anyway. I'm going to go, so safe travels, and yeah, goodbye.